coldness of voice, small pulsing noises, prickles to the back of the neck, drowning sensation, craving isolation. Father has left the table, no wish to disturb. I shall be eating in my room. Rules of life, rigid schedules, dancing on her mother's back, making love to the sidewalk. Father has left the table. Knowing eyes chew the bone, you shall all eat in our rooms. I shall be chewing my food with mouth closed, serotonin junkie, pull the hairs until you bleed, artificial wounds are calling, old gods will not die, tail around throat, nooses beckoning. Father has left the table. Snap, pop, clickety, clack, thump, coldness of voice, small pulsing noises. Listen to the bed and it creaks, blankets are in the washer, wire springs poking at me, its music suits me fine. Listen to my breath, make Buddha noises, gaze into my navel, pick out the lens, smells like fondue. Listen to the pages crinkle, dry dust making me itch, I scratch my nose, that obscure poet, wonder who paid his rent. Listen to the world outside, it is a creaky, quiet thing. Open my window, the cold air makes my nipples hard, I am in my underwear. Thrift shop hobos flecking dust from their canvas shoes. Are the neon insurgents finding that rainbow flutter in the ecstasy of monogamy? Nose picking pansies know that the pornography of horticulture is a pretty poem about flowers. Anxious reverends drunk on temperance and root beer Sundays deny my vodka in certain counties. For the milk-hued cyber lilies basking in vacuous light, acid-drenched knuckles, teeth clenched, shut jaws like embryos quiver, potent peninsula scraping Ajax, synapses collapse, collisions of connections like a gelatin stew, effigies of quirk, only the strong words survive. That was all the poetry I wrote in January 2005. Here's a story. Saw Stir Crazy on Showtime this morning, at least the first quarter of it before I shut it off and discussed. You know that movie from 1980 with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder? It was funny back in the day when we first sneaked a peek at it on cable after our folks went to bed because it was rated R. Third grade, Portland, Michigan, a bunch of us are standing around during recess near the safety monitor trying to reenact our favorite parts. You know, we bad, we give no shit, we take no shit, we bad, except we had to say, we give no shoot, we take no shoot because we were standing around the safety monitor. The safety monitor was this grumpy old Polish woman who got paid minimum wage and lived with 100 cats and 5 angry badass sons who were in high school and smelled like cat pee. And they lived around the corner from us. The badass Polish sons would have their heads shaved all the time, which was really weird for 1980, but it was because they always had lights. They would strut around Portland looking for fights, and they would always come up and beat up my neighbors who were in the 4th and 5th grade. When they came, I would always try to act tough, pretending I was the Incredible Hulk, screaming, "For God's sakes, no!" Which meant my arms were about to turn green, and my eyes were about to turn green, and my skinny little arms would bulge with intimidating muscle, and at any minute turn into the Incredible Hulk. But the badass Polacks would leave me alone. But that was just because I was this skinny little spaz, kind of like a mosquito on an elephant's ass. I didn't have too many friends then anyway. I was too weird. When I first introduced myself to the neighbor kids, I said in a really high voice, "Hi, I'm Joey McIntosh." That's all the fuck I heard for the next year. Joey McIntosh, Joey McIntosh, Joey McIntosh. They would all come up to me and say, "We're forming the anti-Joey McIntosh club, and you and your little fat sister can't join." And they were my enemies, my mortal enemies. And by the power of Grayskull, by the power of Superman, Spider-Man, Bigfoot, Stretch Armstrong, and the Wizard of Oz, I would avenge myself and my sister. And then my sister and I would go to the local sliding hill in the winter, and they would sit on me, this tough little Polish kid who was 2 years younger. He would tackle me, rub my face in the snow, and they would all laugh. I would stand around and try to turn into the Incredible Hulk, but I couldn't, so I stopped believing in Santa Claus that day. They got used to me, though, and one day called me over and says they liked me now and wanted to be my friend, so we formed the anti-Sissy McIntosh Club. Yeah, that was my sister. Mainly we left her alone and played with our Hot Wheels and Star Wars men, made gigantic, fantastic cities and scenarios with them, and waited for the badass Polish teenagers to show up. This was a few summers after my cousin molested me and my sister, and way before my sister died of cancer. I became the fat one after that. And in between, there was a lot of living to be done. My dad smoked a lot of pot, became bored again, and started smoking pot after a few years. My mom endured and endured. We all endured poverty and ate lots and hamburger, and then my dad got a job at the post office and we could eat even more macaroni and cheese. Jesus, God, all this from some stupid fucking movie that's not even suitable for a third grader. But if you go to the Portland Library, get out the microfilm out, look up somewhere in 1978 in the local paper. I'm pretty sure you see a picture on the front page of me and my friends playing with our Hot Wheels. It was quite a thing to see. My hair was